Do it.
Hi guys, welcome to the call. I'm really excited tonight. We have a great call set up for you guys. Did you guys watch the Grammys last night?
Yes.
Okay, so I had some great feedback from the Grammys last night. There was this 21 Pilots. You guys know them? So they came up on stage with their underwear. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And the two guys that got up there to accept the award, they won. They were talking about that they were watching the Grammys about 5 years ago in their underwear in their friend's house. And they said, you know, it was just a shot and a dream that if they would ever go up there, that they would go up exactly the way that they were dressed and accept the award. And so that they were in their boxer shorts. So last night they dropped their pants to say, you know what? Dare to dream, because anything is possible. And I thought that was like the coolest thing ever. And you know what makes me think about people that are up there at the Grammys, you know, like Beyonce was beaten by Adele. Do you think that like she kind of quits because she didn't get the Grammy, or she just keeps going because she loves what she does? So that plays a big part in what we're doing right now. Like I always say, the only way really to fail is to quit. So we have to just keep going and follow our dreams and, you know, just totally be inspired. So that's why tonight I asked a really dear friend of mine, Angela Maresca, to be on the call tonight. I'm totally inspired by her. She's truly amazing. We've built a bond and a friendship together, and I love spending time with her outside of Isogenics. For those of you who don't know, she's the 193rd millionaire in Isogenics. She's a 5-star executive, 8-star platinum millionaire. She's been Millionaire in Action, #2 in 2014, Top Achievers for 2014, 15, and 16. She's been the winner of our Paris, France trip and the President's Quest to Rome in 2014. She was nominated for and I truly would have been the first one to stand up there for you for the Heart of Isogenics, because you truly are the heart of Isogenics. Top enroller, Rising Star, Women in Isogenics, 2 years consecutively, the Welcome Home Challenge. But prior to Isogenics, what Angela did, she was a caseworker for Child Protective Services. And she is truly a woman of heart. She's a mom of 2 girls. She has a wonderful husband. She actually, I think, retired him, right, Angela, from truck driving. And she moved here to New Jersey not too long ago. She was living in Brooklyn, and she moved from an 800 square foot home apartment to a big 3,500 square foot home in Middle New Jersey. So the reason why I asked her to come on the call tonight is because I feel like I am so inspired whenever I hear her speak. She's truly amazing. She has a lot to share. And if it's okay with you guys, I'll have her share her story and some nuggets for you guys. Thank you again, Angela.
Oh, I love you. I think Susie is just the best. And, you know, I was doing an event here in New Jersey, and I was like, you know what, we're not going to pull in enough people for corporate. And I reached out to a few leaders in New Jersey, and Lisa said, you have to get with Susie and my brother. And I think from the moment I met Susie, I loved her. She stood up, she shared her story, she made us laugh. But we weren't even friends then. And she said, yeah, I'll do an event with you. Why not? Whatever you need me to do. And that's just the kind of leader she is. And I think you can all agree with that. It's just, whatever you need me to do, you know, she's going to roll up her sleeves and help you do it. And she's very loyal. I mean, I know your story of how you came here, and I just have so much love and admiration for you. And just to piggyback on what you were saying, you know what? This band who was in their friend's house in their underwear and said, if we make it one day, we're going to go on stage in our underwear and just rock out. You know what? My friend Dally is a DJ in New York City. And I remember him telling me, I'm so proud of him. He's doing like huge venues now. But he said, you have to play in a bar to a crowd of 5 before you can get on a stage and play and pack out a place like Webster Hall. You know what I mean? wake up and say, tomorrow I'm going to be a
Hang on a
millionaire.
second, Angela. I'm going to mute out the lines because I
Sure.
hear some background noise, and then I'll unmute you.
No worries.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. But that to me really stuck out in my mind when Dally said, before you play in a sold out stadium, you've got to, be humble enough to play in a bar with a crowd of 3 and week after week show up. And at that moment, I understood that this wasn't about talent. This is about perseverance. This is about somebody returns a box because their poo-poo turns green. You keep going. This is about somebody tells you you're a terrible coach. Even though you think you did your best, you keep going. And I think that's what I learned. And just to tell you guys a little bit about me, I was a caseworker with Child Protective Services. I accrued $77,000 in student debt because my Russian immigrant parents said, you must go to school. And I went to school and they said, you must go to more school. And my stepfather was very about education. And by the time I was done with my master's and taking courses towards my PhD, I worked for the city investigating child abuse, $77,000 in student debt. And then, you know what? I got married, I had a kid, and I said, seeing all that horrible stuff in the field, there's no freaking way I'm sending my babies to daycare or leaving them with a stranger. And some moms don't have that choice. I said, I'm leaving this career, I'm leaving this gig, and I made the decision to be a mom full-time. What happens when you're a mom full-time? I changed diapers. I sat home alone. And, it got to a point where I lost a little bit of Ange. I forgot about the things that I love to do, the things that excited me. I couldn't go to Zumba class unless I brought the baby. I wasn't working. I wasn't I felt I had more to offer. Do any of you guys feel like that? Like you're special and you just have so much to give. And sometimes you don't have the venue or the platform to do that. And you know what? Sometimes you're just tired of hearing kids all day. I wanted some adult conversation. I was, a stay-at-home mom. And after a while, I really started to pack on the pounds. And I really got into such a funk because, when your baby's 2 years old and walking and talking, you can't say it's the pregnancy weight anymore. You can't really cover it up. And by the grace of God, I saw my friend Jen post something. This was a childhood friend, honestly, who I didn't even talk to or hang out with. And when she posted her results on Facebook that she had lost 9 pounds in 9 days, I was blown away. I told my husband I want to try. My husband gave me a lot of crap, another program, you're going to spend more money on another weight loss program. Yeah, I've done it all. If Dr. Oz said it, I would be fighting people for the last bottle of raspberry ketones or Hoodio Gordonia. I have tried everything. And I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. Even if it's just to prove him wrong, I'm going to give it a shot. I was blown away that I lost 7 pounds in 7 days. More important, I was blown away that I had conquered 2 cleanse days. Now, I'm Jewish and we have holidays where we fast. Yeah, I never participated in those. So for me to get to a cleanse, to get through those days, I felt so strong psychologically. And I thought for a brief moment that, you know what? Maybe I've got this food thing under control. Maybe I'm in charge now. And I tell you honestly, I lost 28 pounds in 2 months. Those are my results. They're not typical. But for me to go from a size 12, 14 to a size 4, 6 in 2 months is mind-blowing. Did I start this for the business? Absolutely not. I was overweight, insecure, uncomfortable, home, miserable. And you know what? When my mother saw me, I said, you got to do this. This is crazy. I've never seen anything like this. My neighbor, Anna, said, whatever you're doing, put me on, girl. And my husband, who started stealing my shakes, I'm like, oh, no, you gave me a hard time. You're getting your own box. And really, guys, that's how it started. My first check was $200. $212. And I was blown away. I was so happy for that $212 because as a stay-at-home mom, I felt liberated. I'm like, are you kidding me? Jenny Craig never sent me money. Neither did Weight Watchers. I was so excited. And what I said was, you know what? I can get a pack next month and not have to. And that's how people think. They're not thinking, I'm going to start a business and be a millionaire and take over the world. Some ladies are like, I don't want to ask my darn husband for manicure money. It's as simple as that. With that money, I had the power, the independence to buy a box next month. And that's what I did. And then I started researching. I came across this video, this, crazy lady from Nebraska with curly hair. And all she kept saying was, I live in a town with more cows than people. And I kept thinking, I freaking live in Brooklyn, New York. There's a heck of a lot more people here than cows. And I just went for it. And every time I posted on Facebook, wasn't for the business, it was to hold myself accountable so that I wouldn't fail. But what I noticed is, as I posted, people were genuinely interested and rooting me on and asking what I was doing. And I said, you know what, if someone can get on the subway and commute an hour and a half each way, work 40 hours a week, have to ask permission to take a lunch or a holiday, I'm going to set some standards in my business, and I'm going to talk to 3 people a day. And I don't have any magic tricks. I don't have anything to offer you other than I really wanted it bad. I wanted it bad enough that I was willing to do what the experts were telling us to do. I literally would Google Lynn Hagedorn, and I stumbled across her team podcast, and I felt like I was doing something secretive and illegal. I'm like, oh, I hope she doesn't catch me. And I started spying on their podcast. And then I found, all these little tools, the Isogenics podcast. And then I heard Jen and John O'Patch. I'm like, man, these guys are good. I started following them. And not everything everyone does will mesh with you. But you take the nuggets, you fit them into your life, And what I found was that if you really honestly believe in this wholeheartedly, then you're not going to feel shy and you're not going to feel scared to tell other people about it. Because for me, it's not about the sale. I thank God for that girl who had the courage to put up those numbers on Facebook. I thank God for her. Because if not for her, I would still be collecting public assistance. I'd still be getting food stamps because my husband's truck driver salary was not cutting it. I would still be in this Brooklyn apartment, overweight, unhappy, sulking. Now, I have friends, I have a social life, and it's so much fun. And I went to the movies with Susie and Steven and Lisa last week, and what was funny is that it was 4 of us in the movies. I see Steven. It was 4 of us in the movies, and somebody said, man, we should do this every week. And then somebody else said, yeah, we got to invite more people. It's going to be 40 of us. And we're like, yeah, they would have so much fun too. And that's exactly what network marketing is. You start out by yourself. You love something. You want to invite people that you love and care about to experience it too. And little by little, it goes from 1 to 100 to 1,000. And I didn't say, well, I hope I'm going to invite Steven so he buys me a movie ticket. I'm going to say, I hope Steven invites all his friends so we can have fun together. And it's changed my life so much. And I feel like with this company, they really stand out in integrity. They have products that I feel comfortable not only putting in my body, but giving to my kids. My daughter takes her lunch hour at 10:30. I pack her with a bar every day. I say, you eat that on the bus coming home. It used to be Doritos, So as far as the products, 100%. I won a trip to Paris and Rome with Jim and Kathy, and I always get emotional when it comes to my kids, but we were in the museum, and it was so crowded. And I watched Kathy Coover grab my daughter like a mother like a protective mother, so that my daughter wouldn't get lost or stolen. You know what I mean? And when you see Jim and Kathy and you really get to know the integrity behind them, when they tell you if it's not right for the associate, it's not right for them, you can take that to the bank. I mean, you know, I tell you firsthand, these are great, great people, and I've seen their actions firsthand. PK Smith told me a story that he came into this company and he's like, I was looking at all the suits to see what they were all about. He goes, and I could see Jim Coover from backstage. He goes, and as they were bringing out the 100-pound, you know, I don't say 100-pound losers, I say 100-pound winners, but as they were bringing out the 100-pound club members, he goes, I saw Jim crying. You couldn't see him, but I had the perfect 90-degree angle where I could see him backstage. And that's how they are. That really is how they are. Now, I'm not sure where you guys are from, but I'm from Brooklyn, New York. When you hear MLM and network marketing, I think of Vin Diesel in the boiler room. I have to laugh. I don't trade stocks, but it reminds me of that. The MLM is not popular on the East Coast like it may be in Utah. That took some time for me to build belief in the industry. You know what? But if the coaches, if the leaders, I watched Jimmy Smith, 70-something years old, sit in celebration from 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And the old man, and I say this with love and respect, did not get up once to use the bathroom. And I said, if the rich folks are going to events, I'm going to these events. And getting to that first celebration, it was mind-blowing, because the last place that I struggled was belief in myself. When you grow up to an immigrant family, you're never taught you're going to grow up and be a millionaire, honey. You're going to grow up and change thousands of lives. You're going to grow up and have an impact. You're going to grow up and save the world, open up domestic violence shelters. How many of us are taught big things? Nobody. My parents said I would be lucky to get a city job with a pension and benefits. That was the goal. Get a New York City job making $500 a week, paying $400 a week for daycare, leaving my kid with strangers, as long as I had GHI and a pension. That's how we were trained. So for me to say, I am going to be good, I do deserve this, I am worth it. Guess what, folks? It takes practice. It takes practice. It takes courage. It takes just doing it over and over. But you know, every time I speak to somebody and I tell them about the program and I tell them I hear what they're struggling and I offer them a solution, it lights me on fire. It lights me on fire. And I'm like, oh, cool. I just made, 5 figures on Monday. Like, don't tell Jim and Kathy, but I would do this for free. It's just, you feel so good. You know, how many of you guys started the program just for weight loss to get healthy, right? How many of you started sharing because you wanted to help the people around you that were struggling? Not for the $25 commission. And as a social worker, it is so rewarding. And in the beginning, I won't lie, it was very faux pas. I would never mention the reward. I wouldn't want them to think I was making a buck on them. And so I kept that part quiet. I would say, do the program, you're going to have good results. And I would literally just cleanse coach, cleanse coach, cleanse coach. And then I heard a leader say, you are so stingy. Why do you deserve to make, $500, $1,000 a month? And they don't. And as I started sharing both, as I started talking about the refer a friend and getting your products paid for, not only did my retention improve, customers had better results because now they had money to pay for the products for month 2, 3, and 4, and it wouldn't take away from kids' soccer, ballet classes, everything, every other excuse that mommies make not to take care of themselves. So I was getting better results with my clients, and I was getting better results in my business. And I can tell you that when a total stranger who became one of my best friends, Ed Golden, messaged me to tell me that he and his wife were going to retire and raise their kids the way they wanted to, it lit me up. And now this month they're closing on their first house. And I think that, I get choked up because if I didn't share, if I didn't have the courage to do that, where would he be today? And I don't feel that he owes me anything. I just feel like so much joy. It's such a great opportunity, and how we would not want to share this with people over and over and over. People are struggling with their health, and people are struggling with their wealth. And I've made a commitment to myself that I'm going to tell every single person about it. Whether they do it or not, I'm not attached to the outcome, right? As long as I tell them. I saw a man at Home Depot. He sneezed. And I said, are you sick, or do you have allergies? And he told me that his mom passed away and he's not taking care of himself. I literally started screaming my husband's name in the middle of Home Depot. I said, you gotta run home. You gotta get this man some shakes. I just wanted to help. You gotta talk to everyone. You gotta be willing to help everyone at whatever cost. I have a child.
I saw a little co-host behind you there.
She's attached to me.
Yeah, I see that. It's a little shadow coming up.
My little tail. So you know what? You've got to create some standards in your business. If you open up your appointment book, and everyone has to have a paper planner, because for me, the cell phone, it's not good enough. You've got to have this on your desk every day, a paper planner. And I look and I make sure, who are the 3 people I'm going to talk to? Who are the 3 people? That's it. Sometimes I meet them on Facebook. I don't even got to put on a bra or leave the house, right? But other times you got to go out. Other times you got to go out and do things. What else I started doing, and I'll share the message with you guys, I started going through my phone. I think all of us have like at least 200 contacts in our cell phone. I think that's mild, 200. I think we have a lot more connections than that. But I started just texting people. I said, you know what, today I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. All the names that start with X, Y, and Z. And then tomorrow I challenged myself and I said, I'll do T, U, V, and W. Every day I give myself like a little assignment, because guess what? There's no boss. It's you. You're your own boss. So if Christmas is a big buying season, you're going to open up your store at 1:00 and close at 5? No. If Christmas is a busy holiday, you're going to open up your store at 9 a.m. You're going to stay open until 9 p.m. and you're going to set some standards. And guess what? Isagenix is your business. You have a website. You have a global distribution center with so many countries. Guys, you can join mommy groups in freaking Malaysia. You know what I mean? You can connect with people anywhere.
So Angela, let me ask you a couple quick questions, because I know you're the guru of doing things on the internet. So did you do network marketing before Isagenix? No, first time.
Never even heard of it.
Okay, and how long ago did you start with Isagenix?
For January made 4 years.
Okay, so 4 years. So it's not that long, and you've had such great success. So how do you find, and I know you're a sponsoring queen. Tell them how many people you sponsored in the last few years.
I will tell you guys that it is 100% not necessary to enroll that many people. I've sponsored about 640 people.
Wow.
But I was also a shitty coach, Susie, and I didn't know what I was doing. So I would slap spaghetti against the wall. I would just get their order in, and I had no system. I wasn't helping them. I wasn't talking about the money. And as a result, I lost a lot of good people. Whereas now I've developed a system, and I'm going to share that with your team. I'm going to send you the file. But I've created something called the 5 Simple Touches. And it really helps with the conversion. So touch number 1 is, you just gently mention, hey, there's a U+2, just in case, think of 2 friends that you might know. Then I do the day 5 phone call with another coach. That's the excitement coach. That's when we talk about the you share, they share. Then on day 8, go back to your bed. Then on day 8, we do Facebook. You have great results. You are posting on Facebook, and I'm giving you a quick, don't say isogenics, do this, don't do that. I have it saved in my phone. Because once somebody posts their results, guess what? Twofold results. Number one, you look like a great freaking coach because you just got someone some magnificent results. Number two, they're posting, and now you've got another 900 friends, a whole pot of people that you didn't know. Day 15, very crucial. You got to be doing the auto ship. You got to be talking to them about auto ship. What is coming in your basket? How many people now? I have an organization, Jennifer, of 22,000. I don't know how many active under me, maybe about 150. But you know what? You don't need a lot of people, because out of those 150, I have a 5-star Ed Golden, I have an Ellen who's a 4-star, I have a Vicky Brunetti, and they've got people who are active, and they've got people. I mean, this is a binary plan. You can sign up someone here, and then in a year from now, you'll have people 11 levels underneath you who you don't even know. I have some guy in Asia, which I think is insane. You know, my mom's like, how? I'm like, I don't know how. Someone knew someone who dated someone.
Well, it's not who you know, it's who you get to know, right? And it's, when you're making a connection with someone, it's not just them, it's their whole realm of people that they know. So that's why you want to get really good at coaching people and really good at, you know, that's what I usually tell people. It's, you know, you have a contact base that I don't know. So let's just work together. And that's how you can really build a nice team.
Yeah. Plus it holds them accountable. I want them to post their results on Facebook. I want them to be proud and a little vulnerable, but really put themselves out there. And it attracts so many people. And then I'm like, all right, come on, let's find 3. You'll get it for free. That's it. I don't really push someone, you know. If I tell someone, oh my God, it's been 4 years, I made $1 million, this is crazy, I would literally scare the bejesus out of someone, because they're really coming here to lose weight. So you just got to go a little easy, gentle. You just have to say, look, let me show you how to get your products paid for. If they're coachable and willing to do step A, I'll say, wonderful, let's do step B. Here's Crystal Manager. You get to Crystal Manager, I'm going to teach you and tell you the date for Crystal Director. I don't want to like spew about executive leadership pools when you're not even a consultant. Because I know it can be overwhelming, but I think that the 5 touches gives everyone an easy system to follow. We have the day 5 phone call, the auto ship walkthrough, and it really helps you be a good coach, but it also helps you convert more people to consultant. And with consultants, you're growing a team. That one person turns to 3. Those 3 turn to 9. It's exponentially, it's crazy.
I know, and it's so crazy. So many people on the line, and I hear this all the time, you know, oh, my upline, they complain about the upline. You don't need an upline, you need a downline.
Yeah.
Elaborate on that a little.
I have to tell you, I don't have an upline. I broke away from mine 6 months into the business. We did not see eye to eye. They blocked me and threw me out of the group like that. And I was like, ooh, you know, I haven't talked to a single person from my upline, but you know who my upline is? My kids. My kids, that's who's going to wake up and motivate me every day. Seeing my husband work like a freaking dog at 30 years old, 18-hour days, loading cars on a tractor trailer for 20 cents a mile. That's my upline. I got to be my upline, because you can, you know what? Why? Okay, I feel like I've connected with so many great people in Isogenics that if I'm feeling down, I would call Susie. I would message Steven. Guys, we're all friends. But anyone can give you a pep talk and say, Nicole, you're amazing. You can do this. Sylvia, you've got it. Don't give up. We all need a pep talk sometimes. But realistically speaking, you've got to get up and make that phone call. You've got to get yourself to the event, and you've got to make a decision that you're going to freaking change your family's life, because they deserve it. You know, no upline can do that for you. Mm-hmm. They can't. You can't blame it.
100%. 100%. And you know what? Events are non-negotiable for me. I don't know about for you, Angela. I know since day one, events are non-negotiable. I just feel like that's the education that we need to fuel our business, and that's the motivation. And bringing somebody brand new, they get to see the bigger vision.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You know, it's so funny because I went to my first celebration. It was August. I dragged my 1-year-old at the time. She was almost 2. And I dragged my 7-year-old, my husband, to 114-degree weather. It was expensive to fly for 4 of us. We were just, 9 months into this. And I told my husband, I'm like, they said I have to be there, please. And he came, he sat with the kids in the pool area all day, and I went there, and I literally went with like leggings. I had nothing to wear. I was like in Old Navy, for like 10 years. I didn't have any, I was a stay-at-home mom. And somebody said, oh no, they're gonna honor you on stage. And I remember going to the gift shop and buying a dress at the Mirage. And it's so funny because Irene Miller wore the same dress. And, just buying that dress, I felt so proud of myself standing in that gift shop and just getting a dress for me because I was going to be honored and acknowledged for my work. And who honors you every day? Who acknowledges you? Nobody. I feel like there's so little gratitude and appreciation. You've got to, work. You've got to make noise. You've got to be noticed. And there were little things about this event. Jill Birth. How many of you guys have seen that Jill Birth video and cried your eyeballs out? I saw her coming out of the bathroom stall, and I cornered her like a stalker in Las Vegas. And I kept touching her face. And it's the little moments. Herb Cepeda, I met him that weekend, and he said he was a New York State trooper, and I just couldn't believe how far he had come. And, I right away, here's the woe is me, and I don't have an upline. I don't know if I can do this. He goes, you know what, girl? He goes, you want to make it till nobody has to ask you who your upline is. And it's like getting these nuggets. Another event, I heard Kathy Savage, who's phenomenal. I was so terrified to talk about the President's PAC because for me, money is an issue. I was always poor. So I prejudged everyone. I said, nobody's going to buy this PAC. It's crazy. Kathy Savage smoked the stage. She was like, seriously? She goes, $11 a day or $18 a day? Which one is it going to be? And when I heard her say that, I'm like, wow. That was genius. Every event that you go to, University in Action, David Wood taught me how to tell my story in 30 seconds and be a better listener without literally talking to people about bowel movements for 45 minutes. With every event, you learn, you grow, and you get better. You really, really get better, and your life just changes so much. You walk out of there so strong, and you just bond with so many wonderful, go in your bed now. You get to bond with so many wonderful people who are just like you. And doing this business, sometimes it's just you and your laptop. Might get a little lonely sometimes, right? But when you get to this event, and there's 6,000 of you, and everyone's hugging and smooching and dancing with the green fingers and going crazy. You're like, this is what I'm a part of. Every single one of us sees something bigger and better out of this life. And how beautiful, how amazing it is to be surrounded with visionaries, people that want better than average. And I just think I deserve better than average. I don't want to make $11 an hour. I don't want to punch a clock. I don't want to have to ask for a sick day when my daughter has a fever and then have some boss hovering over me telling me I got 4 days left. You know what? Take your 4 days and put them, where,
100%. So before I open the lines to see if anybody has any questions for you really quickly, I know you have, we were talking about you joined different kinds of groups. What is it that you kind of post in groups, or what kind of nuggets can you give us with that?
Susan Sly always says 3, 3, and 3, right? So you make 3 new connections a day, You follow up with 3 people that you've spoken to a day, and you connect with 3 team members a day. And that's pretty easy, 3, 3, and 3. It won't take more than 2 hours of your day to do that. So I definitely have been committed to that. I join groups that are interesting to me. I moved to Jersey because of Isogenics. 2.5, 3 years ago, and I joined groups here in New Jersey, Old Bridge moms, soccer moms, things that are going to help me. So I don't go in there primarily to like recruit, but like today I went in there and I said, can you guys give me a review on St. Thomas? And really nice moms. And some of them said, hey, my daughter goes to St. Thomas, message me. So now I have a call set up with 3 of the moms. I really want to know about this Catholic school, St. Thomas, but I sent them a friend request and I'm like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I want some recommendations. I mean, you guys can go into local groups in your area, regardless of where you live. Suffolk County moms, Suffolk, soccer moms, moms in Suffolk with kids with autism. Guys, there's a group for everything. There is a dirty little group out there that's called like fit parents unleashed or some. I mean, it is crazy. It's like divorced parents who are like straight up like working out and looking for loving. You will find the craziest groups on Facebook. You have to join the ones that are interesting to you and genuinely connect. When my husband and I would like to go to a restaurant, we always ask for good recommendations, Japanese, Italian, and I thank them and I send them a friend request, and then I just stay being consistent. I don't go in like swarm. But like tomorrow I'm going to be talking to these ladies and I'm going to share my story. I moved to Jersey. I work with a health and wellness company, and now we're just kind of shopping around. They're going to say, health and wellness, what do? You got to you can't bum rush the squirrel. You got to just slow with the nut, nice and easy. You want to get the squirrel to come over to you. And you want to be gentle, but honestly, I like people and I like meeting people. And I think people are genuinely kind and helpful, and I'm always asking for recommendations and advice, and I think it's just about connecting genuinely and honestly, and then stay consistent on your Facebook page. Motivational Monday, transformation pictures Tuesdays and Thursdays. Highlight the beautiful members of your team. I'm so inspired by Aubrey. This is her transformation. She looks magnificent. Tag each other. Have fun with this. And it's going to attract more attention to your page. But don't make it like, ask me how or lose weight now. You're inspiring people, and with so much political crap going on, you want to be the happy person on Facebook. You want to be the inspirational one. Wellness Wednesdays, people always like a free tip, an exercise video, maybe how to make your own, how to make your own sauce. Susie's a great cook. I would be doing recipes every Wednesday. And then Freedom Fridays. Even if it's $212, what has that little bit done for you? Freedom Fridays. I'm so blessed to be surrounded by 33 incredible like-minded people who are all dreaming of things bigger and better. That would be a Freedom Friday, and I would post a picture of you guys.
I love that.
Yeah, it doesn't just go with your heart. And what I notice is that the more vulnerable and honest you are with integrity, the more people are attracted to you. Being a good coach is not about knowing everything or being perfect. I swear to God, I don't know the first ingredients of our shakes. I'm like a robot. Whey protein, grass-fed from New Zealand. I don't really know any, I don't know what that even means, honestly. But here's the thing. You don't want to be an expert. You don't want to be a know-it-all. People are going to come to you because they know you, they like you, they trust you, you're consistent, you're positive, your heart is in the right place. They don't care about the science of it. They care that Jamie's going to be there to help them. They don't, and that's all it is. Just be cool, be fun, be yourself. Let go of the outcome. The enrollments will come, I promise. But you got to be consistent.
All right, so we want to be, mindful of time. I know Angela has a call right after this. Really quickly, does anyone have any kind of urgent question or something that they want to ask Angela really quickly? We have about 2 minutes.
You got a good looking team, Susie.
I do, just quickly. So when you say to those moms, I work for a health and wellness company, do you stop there or do you say something after that?
It depends. Do you want to role play? You want to do like some?
Okay.
Okay, so I would say, hey Jill, thank you so much for answering my ad on Facebook. I just moved to Jersey 3 years ago. We just bought our first house, and I'm totally not feeling Salk Elementary School. My kids always went to Catholic school. So can you tell me a little bit like about St. Thomas? And like totally off the ISA, right? So tell me a little bit about St. Thomas.
Oh, the school is great. It's a nice community. The kids, the teachers are awesome. It's a really well-run school. Your kids are in great hands.
Awesome. Have you guys always been in Jersey, or did you move here recently?
Yes, I'm from New Jersey. I grew up here.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm really excited to connect with like-minded mamas, and I'm definitely going to go tour St. Thomas. Would it be okay if we stayed in touch?
Of course, absolutely.
All right, awesome. So sometimes it doesn't even have to come up, right? I have a friend now, right?
Yep.
And then if I wanted it to come up, I would go a little bit deeper into my story. And I would say, you know what, Jill, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I run a business from home, a health and wellness business. And I have been doing a little bit of research on the internet. And I'm seeing that Salk is not that good. And maybe St. Thomas has better reviews. And, like since I have a lot of time from home, doing my at-home job.
So what is that at-home job? What do you mean? I'm a health nut. I love that.
God. Are you?
What do
I
you
gotta
do?
have you over for some shakes, girl. I lost 28 pounds in 2 months with this health and wellness company. Absolutely fell in love. And now I have coached over 600 people. I am so freaking passionate about it. And then I would push that to the side and I would say, what do you do for health? Do you go to the gym? Are you eating clean? Give me some juicy tips. Right? It's about them. It's not about me. Give a little nugget and then push it to the side. What do? You
What if I said, tell me more? I want to hear more about that.
Oh my gosh. So it's like this whole program. Do you have like 7 minutes right now? Because I can give you like the whole rundown. But basically, I saw my friend post her results on Facebook. They were ridiculous. She lost 9 pounds doing some detox. I decided to try it. I lost 28 pounds. And now I'm loving it. We have a great community, very easy program to follow. What are some of your health goals?
Oh, we might like to lose like 5 pounds.
Oh, you're easy. That'll be gone in a week. But thank you, Jill.
Perfect.
Guys, you see where the conversation goes. If you wanted to go somewhere, you emphasize, well, I'm a health and wellness coach. If you just want to ease into it, you can say, awesome, let's stay in touch. You've got a friend. Your friend's on Facebook now. And as long as you're consistently posting on Facebook, they will see. I don't have to attack Jill right now and say, I'm an isogenics coach. We drink shakes and detox. And it's not always appropriate. But you know what? She's a lovely woman and she's going to help me. And if her kids go to St. Thomas, maybe we'll go to bingo night at the PTA together. It's leaving that open relationship. In a very gentle way. You don't want to be like a shark. You don't want people to be like, oh my God, she's one of those. I asked for recommendations on my Facebook wall about skincare, like a foundation. Some people just blasted their link on my page. Those are the people that I was not interested in. But then you had some great people that were like, oh my gosh, call me. I've got this Bare Minerals or whatever. I don't want to be that person that's just going to slap my link on somebody's wall.
Right.
I want to talk and I want to engage and I want to be friends with them. And you know what? Make Facebook engaging. Today I asked the question, Catholic schools, private schools, or public? People got a lot of opinions on that. My algorithms are going up. Facebook Live videos. You know, I wanted to do a Facebook Live of me brushing my kids' hair and the both of them hysterical crying, and I was going to be like the joys of motherhood. Because just be you, guys. You're not only about isogenics, right? You've got hobbies, you've got friends, you've got family. Talk about the things that excite you and make you the beautiful, attractive person that you are. Inside attractive.
Exactly. You want to
Thank
truly
you.
be interested in people. That's the great part about this.
Yeah, and I like helping people, and I try to ask a lot of questions and do more listening. Like I would have asked Jill, what are your health goals? What programs have you tried in the past? Where do you think you struggle? Are you going to the gym? Are you drinking water? You know, tell me about your coffee intake. Like I want to know everything about her. And just, you know, like Zach and Eden did this call, and it was about like asking why 7 times, right? So, you know, Jill might say, I want to lose 5 pounds. Well, why? Well, I, you know, had some kids and I got stuck. Well, why? Well, motherhood, I don't get too much time for myself. Well, why? Why do you think that is? And as you dig deeper and as you talk more with a person, you realize it's never about that 15 pounds. There's something deeper. You know what I mean? Everybody has some pain inside. And if you can get to the root of that pain and offer someone a solution, genuinely want to help them and offer them a solution, that's why people are going to go with you. Not because of the macronutrients, you know, because you're going to be that person. And that's why consistency is key. I got some people on my team, one day they're selling mascara, one day they're selling lipstick, another day isogenics. Don't be that guy. Pick something and stay with it. Be consistent. Be the real deal. Isogenics doesn't have to be your whole life, but people are going to sign up with you because you're credible and honorable and you stand in integrity. You genuinely want to help people.
Angela, I want to thank you today for taking your time out of your day. Angela doesn't financially benefit from coming on our call, but you know what? She's a true leader from true heart, and I appreciate your friendship, and we love you. Thanks, everybody, for getting on the call tonight, and we'll see you next week. Have a great night.
Thank you.